Hello guys and welcome back. Guys, in this video we are going to learn about nested routing. So first of all, let us understand what we are going to cover in this video. We are going to cover up what is nested navigation. Then we are going to see how can we create a tutorial page for nested navigation. Then we will be making nested routes, and then finally we will be seeing an important interview question. Guys, when it comes to React router, nested routing is an important concept. So make sure that you watch this video carefully, and just in case if you don't understand it in one go, please feel free to watch it twice. Okay, let's move on. First of all, before we start the video, if you are finding this videos helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you are not aware, there is a complete playlist on my channel on React router. Make sure to check this playlist. Now let's first of all understand what is nested routing, or nested navigation. Okay, see, if I go to react.dev website, okay, this is my home page as of now. And if you will notice, when I click on learn, this is my first level routing. Okay, like this is one page, okay, which means learn page. Now when I click on reference, you can see there was already a page called reference. Inside that there is also another page which is React. Okay, so this is only which is called as nested routing. Okay, where what we have is where we have already one parent page. Inside the parent page we are creating one more child page. This is called as nested routing. Again, this community is one single page, so that is why it is like this. But I hope you have understood now. Now before we move forward directly to the code, let's understand what we are going to build today. See, until our previous video, what we have done was we have created a tutorial, okay, tutorial link in our header, and we have not created any component for it. So that is why it was redirecting us to the error page. Okay, but now what in this video we will be doing is, for tutorial we will be creating a component which will have a basic text tutorials, and then it will have three tutorials, okay, on three different topics. For that we will be having three links like React.js, JavaScript and Node.js. Now when I click on a particular link, just notice the URL. First of all, I'll take you to the home page and then I will show you from there. So now right now I am on home page, so that is why it is showing me localhost 5174. When I go to login, it will give me just /login. When I go to tutorial, it will give me /tutorial. Right now you cannot see any data of the tutorials. When I click on JavaScript, you can see one more URL is updated. Okay, the child JavaScript is added after that, and then the text also is showing, and this data that we are getting is from the child component, okay, which is JavaScript component itself. Similar way, when I update node, you can see nested routing is working very properly. Okay, so this is only what we are going to build in this video. So let's now move on to our code editor, and as a first step I will start our server, okay, npm run dev, and then we will start from where we have left in the last video. So my localhost is running. See, at this point when I click on tutorials, it will redirect me to an error page because we have not created our tutorials component yet. So as a first step, what I will be doing is I will be going to my code editor and I will create my tutorials component. Okay, so let's create a tutorial component, tutorial.jsx, and then I will write basic code into that, saving it, and then what I will do is in my app component I will set up the root for it. So I will go to app.jsx, and here I will set up the root, okay, in this way. Path will be tutorial, and then element that I need to render on this path will be tutorial component. Saving this and seeing, see, you can see now tutorial component is getting rendered fine. Instead of error page, our tutorial component is getting rendered. Now let us basically set up the basic UI for our tutorial component. For that, what I will do is I will give a h1 which will say tutorials, okay, and then yeah, it is coming fine. What I will do is I will give a basic of styling to it because I want it to be center aligned. Okay, so I can give it something like class, not class name but style, text align center. Okay, let's see. Now you can see the text is coming in center. Now what we want below this, we want basically three different tutorials, okay, for three different topics. For that, what I will do is I will create an unordered list which will have three list items. Okay, so li into 3 I will do, and in these three list items we need links. Okay, so that is why I am added link component over here. Okay, and this much is done. Now before we move forward, let me import the link component. Importing is very important, otherwise your app will break. Okay, now what we want is it should say React.js. First one should say React.js, second one should say JavaScript, okay, and the third one should say Node.js. Okay, Let's save and see. See guys, so we are getting a list. Now let us do the basic styling, which is just important or needed, no extra styling. So what I will do is I will just give a class name as tutorial to this one, and I will be writing my CSS for this component in a file called as tutorial. Okay, so tutorial.css. I will write this. I will write my class which is tutorial, and then inside this I will be writing it. Basically, before I start writing, I just need to import this CSS file over here so that the changes will reflect. So tutorial, and right now we are not writing any CSS code, guys. We are just writing basically the we are not writing any React code. We are just writing the CSS code. So I have imported my file. I have copied this class name tutorial, and now I am going to style it. So what I want is, first of all, is that I don't want to style this tutorial component like tutorial parent directly. I want that inside this UL, this is what I need to style as of now. So for that I will write dot tutorial UL. Okay, and then I want the display to be flex first of all, because all of these are coming in different lines. Okay, I want them to be side by side. As soon as I do this, you see it is coming side by side. Now there is one more property, which is justify item or justify content center. Let's see if this is working or not. Yes, it is working fine. Okay, now what we want is, first of all, I want to remove those underlines. So in order to remove those underlines, what I will do is I will go to this links. I will add a class name to all the links. Okay, like which will be link. Using this, I will be removing all the underlines. Okay, so class name link. Okay, and here space is there. I will go here and I will just write dot link, and then text decoration none. Let's see if this is working. Yes, it is working fine. There is also I don't want to see those bullet points. So for that, what I will be doing is let's style type to be none. Saving this, you can see those are gone. Now what we want is okay, we want some spacing to be there in between them, right? So for that, what I can do is I can take this li individual li's. Okay, because right now we have this common parent which is UL. So for every individual li, what I want is there should be a margin basically. Maybe 10 pixels is more than enough, and let me also increase the font size also so that it is visible clearly. So I will write 20 pixels. So right now it is looking pretty decent, and we are good to move forward now. Okay, so I'm not writing more CSS now. It is more than enough. So I am now closing my CSS file, and let us now give the paths. Okay, basically when I click on React.js, what I want is my URL should be updated to /react. Okay, when I click on JavaScript link, okay, my URL should be updated to JavaScript, and in the same way when I click on Node, this one should be updated on Node. Now one important thing, guys, just notice that when we write nested roots, we do not need to write this slashes. Okay, because sometimes it gives error or blank screen. So that is why I'm telling you now itself, no need to write those slashes. Those slashes were needed on the first level, but for child it is not needed, so I'm not writing. Let's see if our URL is getting updated as of now or not. So when I click on React, just notice the URL, it should update to /react. Okay, yes, it is updating. Don't worry about the error page because we have not created the component, so it should by default show the error only. For JavaScript also the URL is updated, and even for Node.js also the URL is updated. So far we are going good. Now to get rid of this error page, first of all, let's have 3 different components for these 3 tutorial files. Okay, like React.js, JavaScript and Node.js. What I will do is I will go to this, I will create one new file which will be React Tute. Okay, React Tute.jsx. Okay, and I will write basic code. Okay, RFC. And now I will create one for JavaScript. So I will name it as JS Tute Tute.jsx, and again RAFC, saving it. One more should be what? Node Tute, right? Because the third tutorial that we are creating is Node. So Node Tute.jsx. Okay, RAFC, saving this file. Now we have created 3 files. Okay, but it won't show directly, right? We need to set up the roots. So now at this point comes the major part of this video, which is how to set up your nested roots. See, first level of root we have already set up. We have already taken care of links. Okay, when I click on the link, the URL should be updated. But how will our code get to know that when this URL is updated, which component it needs to render? So So let's understand that. So first of all, my parent component, which is tutorials, instead of self closing it, I will close it in this way. Okay, now inside this, okay, I want my children's to be there, right? So I will now write the roots for the children components. Okay, now for children I don't need again one more, because they are individual in itself. So I will just write path. Okay, and path, what I want is, first of all, if my path is React, okay, now again this is not needed because already it is like slash tutorial, and after that React will come. Now if my path is this, then what I want is my element to be, my element that I want is React tut. Okay, we have already created this component. Okay, and in the same way I will just copy this twice. Okay, duplicate this line twice, and we will write for the remaining two also, which is, first one was JavaScript. Okay, and make sure that the names of the paths that you are giving over here is matching with the ones that you have given in your tutorial file. Okay, I mean this part. So React, JavaScript and Node, this should match, otherwise it will break. Okay, now here what we need to give is JS tut. Okay, JS tut was our component, and make sure that all the components are getting imported also side by side when you are writing them. So just see here that our components are getting imported also. I think my node component is not here, so let me import it manually. So node tut, and it should not be node, it should be node tut. Okay, saving this file. Let's see so far, and right now also it will break. Okay, let me tell you why. Not break as in, but it won't show the expected result. See, when I click on React.js, it is not showing me any text which is there in my React component, right? So in order to display that, what we need to do, we need to go to our parent component where we have defined the links and all. So here I need to write my outlet. Okay, now outlet, what does it do is, it will show your child components. Let's see, now it is showing properly. When I click on JavaScript, it is showing me JavaScript tutorials data, Node.js, Node tutorial. Basically, outlet is telling that when you click on a particular link, the URL will be updated, and based on the URL, which outlet or which child component you need to show. Now to have a basic, perfect UI or look wise good, what I will do is, instead of writing basic text, I will write this is the basic tutorial for React.js. Okay, and I will just copy this line and saving this file. I will go to JavaScript file. I don't want this one, I want this, and instead of React I will just say JS, and in the same way, instead of node I will go here and I will write Node.js. Okay, so just for readability it is good. See, now when I click on React, my URL is updating, my content is updating based on the outlet, JavaScript URL, nested URL is updated, and the content is also updated, Node.js, it is updated, and the URL is updated, and the text is also updated. Guys, this is very important. Okay, you might feel that this might be easy, or when you look at it you might feel that this is very easy. Okay, but trust me, when you work on an actual project, okay, in any of the companies, setting up routing becomes a bit tedious if you have not practiced it enough. Okay, so that is why I told you in the starting of the video itself that if you are finding it a bit hard to understand, please feel free to watch it twice or thrice and even practice it. Okay, now let's go to our topics, that if we have covered everything that we discussed or not. So first of all, we have seen what is nested navigation. Nested navigation or nested routing is nothing. Basically, if you have a parent page and inside that you have a child page, then in the URL you show both the pages names. So that is what is called as nested navigation or nested routing. Now in the next step, what we did was we created a tutorial page for nested navigation, and we made the nested routes for the child components also. Now after that, now is the time that we should discuss an important interview question. Now guys, the important interview question for today is, what is the difference between link and nav link? Okay, see guys, we have used link over here as of now. Okay, in our tutorial app, if we go, we have used link. Okay, if want, I can even use something called as nav link. Okay, like this. Okay, nav link, there is something called as nav link that we have. We just need to import nav link the same way like we are importing this one. Okay, and it will work just fine. Let me showcase you quickly. The site will not at all break, or the app will not at all break. Okay, everything will work fine. So there is a major difference which people are not actually aware of, and this makes it a major interview question, that what is the difference. Okay, we were using link, we are using nav link now. So if both are providing the same functionality, then why having two things for one same feature, right? So let's see the answer for this. First of all, I don't expect you to understand this answer as of now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create 1 second video for just this interview question itself, where I will be actually showing you the difference in code, so that it will be easy for you to understand that what is the major difference. But let's for now read the answer. In React Router, link is a component which is used for general navigation, while nav link is a specialized version of link that provide additional features for styling the active link in navigation menus or bars. Essentially, nav link automatically applies a CSS class or styles to the active link based on current route, making it visually distinct from other links. Okay guys, basically I have told you the answer as of now, but I don't want to dig deep into the answer in this video itself. I will be posting it in a separate video where I will be explaining you in detail by showing you with practical example that what is the major difference between link and nav link. But I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you do, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next time.